Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Reincarnated as a Podcaster.
The first episode back in 2025.
Why not? Stop. Yes.
Part 2.
Yes, we are your hosts, the Ed Boy, the Forrest, the Bobby J, and our guests, because this is a part 2 of our anime 2024 recap.
I guess it could be part 1 if you only care about spring and summer and
Summer
and fall.
We're talking our first, obviously the first episode of part 1. We talked about winter and spring and all the shows that we liked. What we thought.
I didn't think it was gonna go that long, so here we are.
I didn't think so either.
Talking.
I was like, I'm going to have to cut it so we can go in episode 2.
This is part 2. We are joined by the Rumniak, our friend, longtime friend,
Hatsune
in his Hatsune Miku ski mask.
This is
Slash chicken.
his first time on camera.
First time on camera.
Second time technically now.
First and a half.
Oh yeah, second time now technically. So
He's a very cultured chicken Thai man.
yes, in the vein of what
you
we
can't
were
even see it on camera.
no, in the vein of what we were talking about. Summer
Keep going.
season of 2024. What did everyone watch?
We'll start off with the banger.
The best show of the season.
Shokonoko.
the Shokonoko
Best show ever.
Did you guys really like it?
I fucking love that
I
show.
loved it.
Yeah.
I liked it so much, I spent money to meet the manga artist.
I tried getting into that show so badly.
It was very funny.
I
I
loved
thought it
I
was
it.
got to
funny.
episode 4, I'm like, it's the same joke.
It reminded me
Over and over again.
what's the one where you slam the deer?
Yes.
Everyone-
My Ordinary Days.
Yes, My Ordinary Days. Yep.
I don't know the Japanese name because I'm not a weeb.
Nichijo.
Nichijo. Miku, you are a weeb.
I'm not gonna lie.
You are.
I didn't even know what the English title was.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I've always known this as Nichijo.
Yeah.
That's how I've always known it. So I don't know.
Either way, I had the same vibes. I felt like it was funny. It wasn't like a show, I feel like, for everybody. No. I do feel like if you like that slapstick comedy, you'll like it. I don't even know how it was rated. Let's see. 7.
Yeah.
So,
Like
it's like a mid-tier show.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I had fun with it. I said I did meet the artist in Houston.
Matsuri?
Matsuri. She was doing a signing. I'm like, I paid like $40.
$40 for an autograph?
And
What'd
a
you get
poster.
signed? Did
They
you
had
get
a
the-
poster.
Get a deer
Oh.
signed.
I wish.
Did you konnichiwa her or not?
I did.
Because I did buy her art book.
Well, I went up there. I was wearing this T-shirt that you can find on our store right now. And she's like, Bochi the Rock. And I'm like, I had the sticker ready. I'm like, I made it for you.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
I'm like,
That's so
You say it in Japanese?
I didn't know how to say I made it. It was just like, but they have that translator.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, artist, and we talked for, the 10 seconds they allow you.
Yeah.
And you're like, and then we left.
But it's a hilarious show. I loved it.
Very good
It
show.
was a fun time. I can't remember just watching the original, like the reel or the TikTok that went around of the dance.
Yeah.
And then after
You're
that,
like, yes, girl, dear, funny, haha.
Like, trust me, I wanted to watch. I wanted to love this show so much. I messaged like my non-anime friends, like, "Oh, this show's gonna be amazing. Look how dumb this show is. It's gonna be so great." And I watched like 3 episodes. I'm like,
I will say it's one of those shows. If you have good taste in anime, it's good.
No, and I believe I was looking through all of this. That's it. That's all I watched for summer.
that sounds like all you want.
No, I watched more than that.
That was it. That was all
But
I
you
watched.
can go with your next one. Mine's are
The
farther
other
down.
popular show from this summer, Oshini no Ko.
I watched episode 1, 2, and 3, and then I got busy.
I saw episode 1, and that's because we watched
Watching
it. We
Japan.
watched the
And,
premiere at AX.
yeah.
Yeah.
This show's so weird to me, man. I like the beginnings of it, and then
Like of the whole show in general, or just this season?
I like when it goes to the entertainment stuff.
Yes.
Because it actually goes like, oh, I want to be an actor. I need to somehow get into my character. I need to figure out how to get into my character, or how to really get into my craft kind of stuff, or how to bounce off someone else and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff is actually really interesting. And like the crash, because the whole purpose of this season was they are doing like a reenactment of a anime, but theater form.
Yeah.
And the original author does not like it, like during like mid-production, like at the near the end production, the creator's like, we need to change the whole thing.
What a jackass.
And it was just like, is this that guy? It was really interesting with that whole stuff of just seeing that craft.
Because that's about as far as I got. I got to the part. I think that's where episode 3 is. Is like, he watched it and he's like, they're like, what'd you think of it? He's like, I hated it.
Yeah,
That was episode 1.
Was that episode 1?
Yeah.
And then 2. What's 2 and 3 though?
2.
That all blends
You
together.
wouldn't know either.
I know.
I wouldn't know.
I'm not asking you, obviously.
I know.
I'm
I'm just talking aloud, but that's what he said. But
That's why I was asking him.
3. Because that happens for like the first like 6.
Because I know they start to change it a bit, and
it
then
goes like 9. That whole thing happens for 9 episodes.
Well, yeah.
And then it goes to the other plot of, I need to find out who murdered my mother.
I know
And
the first
it's
few
just-
episodes
it's just-
also had the romance with
with the other actress.
yes
With Best
it's
Girl.
Not, it's not really a romance. It's
well yeah
yeah, but
it's the one where she's like changing her personality more to
Yeah.
be like
Her mom.
I-
His mom.
oh,
yeah.
you're talking about his sister?
No,
It's the
no.
other child it's the other actress.
The redheads. The
No,
redheads.
No,
she
the
has
blue hair.
Oh, blue hair.
the one that almost committed Sudoku.
Oh yes.
Sudoku.
Okay. I know who you're talking about now. Yeah. Sorry. Now. I
Yeah,
know.
whereas like the first few episodes you can see like the romance where she's trying to push herself
crazy.
in.
Yes.
Yeah. Nah, she's great. She's
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like I said, that
I could
the,
fix
the
her.
first episodes, the first 8 episodes of the season were great. Like honestly, I was really liking it.
Because like I said, I liked where I got to, and then just life happened, and I forgot.
Didn't the
And then,
manga end like halfway through the fucking season?
Yes.
This season, yes.
Yeah.
And I've heard interesting things about that
Yeah,
too.
me too. Me
Yep.
too.
I heard that he got cucked. Oh wait, wrong show. Sorry.
I actually heard that too, to be honest. But whatever.
I was thinking,
What?
I was thinking My Hero. Sorry.
But anyway, like then they go back into the whole like who murdered my mother, and they like answered the question, but we don't know if this is the actual real answer.
See, the issue
and
is-
then it's getting supernatural again, and I'm like, what kind of show? Like it keeps going back and forth of what. Of
There's
being
just
a
too much
cool-
going on.
Yeah, like pick a lane.
I understand like they wanted like a overarching plot with this the murder, which I think is fine because it
It's
pushes
interesting, but
because I think it pushes him into the acting role.
Yeah.
And like he needed that
I get that
to get into it.
but they just don't. It doesn't mesh well together
Yeah.
because it honestly is.
Because I just like the parts when they're singing and they're learning or not learning, but you can
trying to be an idol
feel
group. Yeah.
you can feel what their emotions are in each
Yeah.
episode from what's going on stage or in practice.
Yeah.
This whole vendetta or their subplot makes him unlikable to me.
It's weird.
He's got too much,
It's.
He's got that emo brew that I don't like.
He's a teenager.
Yeah,
You're right. God
I
damn
want
it.
to like the show so much, but man, it's just the.
He's got
whole-
teenager with
He
mommy.
got-
It's the whole. It's the whole murdered mommy subplot where I'm just like, I just can't get into it. It's just it ruins it.
Did
at
anyone
times.
watch the
Russian girl?
The Russian girl.
I saw a few.
I've seen the clips everywhere. It looks
I've seen
cute.
clips.
Read it.
I don't care.
You read
Let's
it?
move on.
One and sword.
Like the light novel?
Yes.
Of course it is.
Yeah, what else
If he
is
says
it?
he read it,
He
he's
doesn't
a light
read
novel.
manga.
Could be a manga.
Yeah, you don't read
When was
manga.
the last manga you read?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh no, witch hat.
Oh, which hat alter? Altera.
That's
Okay,
weird.
okay.
I've been.
I remember I told him that it was a
that
good.
is
I told him it was a good manga a long time
Yes,
ago.
and that
Now
has
he's starting.
manga wise, it's been an obsession I've had, and I'm very excited for the show when it comes out.
Wand and sword. Wand and sword is actually pretty good.
I have no clue. I don't even know where that is. To be honest with you.
Basic.
Okay.
No.
Oh, it's okay. It's
an
the third one in
just.
Wait, show
there.
me.
It's this one. This one.
Basically Black Clover, but not Black Clover.
Oh, okay.
So is it
It
better?
gets better before.
So you're saying it's better before
It's also like Muscles
39?
Magic too. It's
Oh.
like it's just one of those shows where it's like whole.
Is it a parody?
No,
Basically?
no.
Okay.
It's
So
actually
it's not a
it's Muscle
comedy,
Magic
it's
but
for
serious.
Oh, okay.
Where whole world magic base, one guy not magic base. He's in a magical academy.
Classic.
But he's really strong. He's really smart.
And he-
I heard about this.
And he pedals his feet and he can fly a broom. I
not-
saw that same episode.
Not that far, but he does some pretty cool stuff. It's
Okay.
still it's a strong 7, but with some good animation.
Okay.
He's basically got like Hercules powers.
Yeah,
compared to
basically.
magic. Okay.
Yeah, and he just like there's a jackass teacher who's like, you'll never be anything, and he beats him up too. It's just like it's a fun show. It's a good show. I would suggest if you're looking for a mid show,
Yes.
I've got another mid-show for
Wait.
you.
You
got one?
Oh, never mind. Go ahead. I'll tell you after that one.
Perfect. Tower of God season 2.
Yeah, I was like, that also came out this season.
I'm gonna say all 4 are the top ones. That show, I'm about halfway through right now. I was trying to speed run it, but God, it's like from season 1 where you have like this kind of likable character. He's okay. He's not great. He's like a little. He's got these special powers because he's irregular, but it just went like out of nowhere. He dies, kind of, or everyone thinks he dies.
Yeah, he dies at the beginning of like at the end of last season.
Yeah, but then he gets saved by this like terrorist group for this tower.
What?
That's what they are.
Oh,
Because they're trying to kill God of the tower. And now he's part of this group.
The name of the show.
And now,
I tried to kill God with Shiv. The next light novel.
anyway, then he gets like long hair. He's all broody. No one knows who he is. They just think he's like this crazy assassin type guy.
Yeah.
It's fucking boring. God, man. Like, new set of characters. They're starting to bring in the old characters, but no one knows who he is. So they're trying to kill him. And you're just like, I don't fucking care. The show's so boring. It's rated perfectly at a 6.69.
Nice.
Should be lower.
I watched the first season. I saw the animation and art style change. I'm like, okay.
See, I didn't even notice the change because
Like,
I'm just watching the show.
I'm
I'm
just
like,
it lost the soul for me there. I'm like, it should look so standard now.
doing that blank where one eye closes and the other. Like,
I'll tell you what I watched.
tell me some of your good shows.
I don't know the
Are we
English
still in
name.
summer?
Yeah.
Pseudo harem?
It's like Gimai Seikatsu.
Oh, never mind.
It's about a stepsister, and that's why I watched it.
You
It's
watch like
just-
the most
Is that
optimal shows
the
at times. It feels like.
the what's it called?
Oh,
my like step siblings, my ex. Is it that one?
No,
which one is it?
Because that one.
Oh,
Because it's
it's
this
not
dude,
Pseudo,
right?
okay.
And it's the girl is like the prettiest girl in school,
Oh, never mind,
and then
never
they happen. Their parents get married, and then
Are you sure you're not talking about a harem here, or not harem?
Regular.
Hentai.
basically they become friends throughout the whole show.
Okay.
With some subtle hints of some love, their step siblings.
Wink,
So
wink. Yeah.
that's why I watched it.
Domestic girlfriend.
Then the other one was the harem show.
Okay, did you watch that?
Pseudo-harem.
I heard that
Pseudo-harem.
one's
It's pretty
decent.
funny. It's not really a harem.
You really just watched another romance.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he's-
like, ooh.
You watch more romance than I do.
Yeah.
It's a girl and a dude, but they're like in a theater club,
Yeah.
and they have this inside joke where they have different characters, and that's where the harem plot comes in. Because she's different girls, she's playing different girls, and he's like, "Ooh, I like this girl," and he falls in love with her.
So it's like My Dress Up Darling when she just changes.
Basically, yeah, because she has like a Megane personality or a Sundere personality, and all this shit.
I've watched another 4 shows this summer, so it's just gonna be me.
I got
talking.
one
no,
more
no, no,
show.
no,
So you,
oh,
no,
what?
you go. And then I'll go.
Too many heroines.
Oh, I heard
Oh,
about
Losing
that.
Heroines.
Too many heroines.
Out of all romance shows, I'm like, you're watching like the least popular ones.
That's how you know they're good.
That's how you know they're
Say
good,
it's
dude.
too many losing heroines.
Too many losing heroines. Thank you. It was good. Gosh,
fun.
it's a fun show. It's basically just the concept of every girl. We're following the girls that get rejected.
All the childhood friends.
It's following, it's following all the blue haired
It was
girls.
like, yeah. Well,
Yes.
the first girl is a blue hair, short
I
blue
knew
hair.
it!
I wanted to watch it. But
She's amazing.
I've
She's
watched
great.
too much
And then
romance.
it's not even just all like childhood friends. Like one girl loses
Well,
to the childhood friend.
Yeah, but it's the different tropes and
I
stuff,
know,
right?
and
Of
it's
like
just-
your losing heroines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it shows just kind of what happens after that girl gets rejected and the main couple goes on basically in a
They
way.
join another guy's harem.
Fair, and
And then they get rejected again.
it's a fun show. It's a nice.
No,
they're not. It's not even like a harem.
No,
too.
it's not. I know.
That's like the
This
best.
is a joke.
I know. And do they know? Do you know? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they watch it. It's pretty popular, isn't it?
It is, but these two don't know it.
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
And
I
that's
told
like-
you this whole season.
I read it.
And that's what I'm getting at.
No way.
Look, I read it
So
too, technically, with
crazy.
subtitles.
You did.
Jeez.
I read it with less words.
Anyone watch Isekai Suicide Squad?
Yes.
Oh,
That was
perfect.
another show. God, that show was weird.
Was it good?
It was
though?
on my list to watch just to
Jeez.
watch it. But I didn't watch it.
Animation's good, but everything else of that show is just not that
What
good.
about the ending?
The ending was they're trying to tease to another thing, but I don't
Oh
know.
no,
that.
I like the song.
Oh yeah,
I
Go
like
Getters.
that.
Oh, I
I like
like
that.
Go Getters. Yeah.
As a fan of the Maury.
Yeah. No,
I enjoyed it.
I like Go Getters. Yeah, Go Getters.
If you're a Maury fan, we have Maury art in our store right now.
I see what you just did there. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, that show's all right. I don't even know what
I
to
don't know.
say.
I didn't expect very much from it.
They're not much.
I didn't
You know
expect
what?
anything
You know what?
from
I
it.
expected just as much as the game.
Yeah, no, and that's basically what you get. I'm gonna be honest.
The thing I'm mad about it, like I love Suicide Squad, like the movie.
Yeah.
It's one of my sorry, the second movie.
Yes,
Not the
yes,
first
yes,
one.
yes, yes.
I
The-
think
the,
that
the
second
James
I
Gunn
think
one.
that second movie's clouding so many people's judgments.
It's like a 10 out of 10 movie. It was like my favorite movie for that
Yeah.
year because we talked about it. But dude, they're missing the main character.
Well, you want Peacemaker?
What?
You want Peacemaker in
No,
there?
I don't fucking care.
They have
Peacemaker's-
Peacemaker in here.
Oh, there
he's
you go.
mid. They don't have the fucking like what's
Weasel.
Weasel. They don't have Weasel.
Weasel
God
died.
damn it.
Dude,
He was
know.
alive.
the other DC animated show with Weasel's backstory. Is
No,
pretty
Weasel
good.
was in this.
Weasel
movie.
wasn't
I think
it?
we- I think
I
Weasel
don't
was-
see
think
him in the
we-
picture.
I think he is. Am I crazy?
You got the shark dude.
You're
and
thinking of
that's
a
it.
different show, bro.
I think I'm.
You're thinking of the other DC show.
Maybe I'm thinking of just Shark. Maybe I'm thinking.
You're
of
thinking of Shark. That's
I
what
think
I'm
of Shark.
thinking. I like Shark, but
Yeah.
Weasel is best character.
Like it's weird. It's just-
He
it's-
has a terrible backstory. It's so sad.
Yeah,
bad
it's
for
it was
us.
all right. It's just Wit Studio. Yeah, Wit did it.
Yeah, Wit
Yeah,
did
it
it.
Like I said, there were some cool action scenes, but it was
Yeah.
I saw some clips. It was one of those where you're like, if you saw the clips, you're probably
Yeah.
good enough
Yeah.
to say you've seen the whole show.
Okay, I'll tell you about this other show I wanted to watch. It's about this dude, right? And he's so busy at work and he can't fucking clean his house.
Is this real life? or
So
just-
he buys like a maid robot.
Oh, I know what show you're talking about.
And then
I wanted to watch
and
this
then
too.
he's like, "Wow, she's so good." Would it be so funny if we got married and she's like, "Oh my god, we should get married."
Is it My Wife Has No Emotions?
Yeah.
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 It looked like ass, but it looked like something I'd also put in the background.
What did you watch?
Elusive Samurai. That's a good show.
Oh, that sounded familiar.
That's a good show.
Fuck you say to me?
The Elusive Samurai.
You show me the picture there, sir?
Ah.
It's
yeah,
actually a
that's-
good show.
okay.
Most
2
it
seconds ago.
follows a
samurai.
prince who basically lost his whole family, seeing them all get killed in front of
Classic
him,
samurai
and
story.
is now basically getting revenge.
Yeah.
But he's like super weak. But this guy who's like can see the future is like hyping him up. Like you can be an emperor, man. I'm going to make you an emperor. We can do this. And he's like, but the guy's also like he's like a lord too. So he has actually
Yeah.
some standing.
Yeah.
So it's like a mix of some good action with some good political strategy going on with it.
He's an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I know.
I was like looking at them, like, who's the main character? There's so many
Dog.
young kids. I'm like, oh, it's the 8-year-old.
So-
Okay, never mind.
So the whole show is basically like the guy behind him trying to make him like
Yeah.
the big lord and trying to get him to like you need to murder your
Shogun?
yes you need to become the new emperor and everything because you lost your family birthright and that kind of stuff.
Wow,
Interesting.
It's also
like
like-
Lion King.
Yeah, but the guy behind the guy doing that also has like a vendetta against him too. It's just like it's good.
Okay.
And he uses since he's not a fighter, like he can't really swing a
He's a
sword.
lover?
Like he's a speedster, so he uses his speed.
Yeah, he's
The
a
Flash?
kid.
Yeah, like no, like
He's,
he's
He's what's his name? He's Bochi.
yes.
Bochi.
Yes.
Like, what?
Yes.
He's Boji.
Okay.
I was like, there's a letter in there, and I know it's very similar.
You read his name by accident.
Bochi.
No, Boji.
Yeah, but I feel like
yeah.
that they do that with all kid characters.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're kid, they're obviously not stronger
So they're
than
fast.
yeah.
Kids ain't fast though.
Stab, stab, stab,
Well, there
stab,
are
stab,
some
stab.
kids in the show that are stronger than him, but they're like
I've also seen those
it's an
memes.
interesting way of using like you're not strong, but we'll use how fast you are and how
'Cause you're
and like how like you can
It's,
be
it's
acrobatic.
like those memes where it's like, yeah, that kid's 6 years old and he's 6'11".
Yeah,
Basketball, you're like, what the fuck?
It's like the spy family meme.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
When the dodgeball game.
Ah, yes.
And there's the kid that's like huge.
Yeah.
second season will come out sometime, but I would actually recommend that one's like a strong like 8, maybe a light 9.
Okay, I'll talk about my show. It's a part 2. It's Near Automata version
Oh, yeah.
1.1a part 2.
God damn it.
That's right.
I thought it was a good
I
show.
haven't still seen it yet.
Yes. It's Nier.
Yep.
Do you like the endings of Nier?
I still need to play the
the
game.
ending.
Explore endings of Nier.
Did you get all of them?
No, not yet. They're still trying to get to like ending A. I think they're at like ending Z. It's a good show though.
Not ending Y.
No. I'll never collect everything.
Ending Y was rough.
I'm waiting for them just to sell the CPU and it just ends. That's the episode. No, it's Nier. It looks beautiful. It's one of those. It's like if you play the game,
Yeah,
you'll like it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it more than that without spoiling everything.
I watched another romance this season.
Oh
you
my
did.
god, he's doing
It's
it.
called True Beauty. I watched that.
Sounds like a horse show for some
It's
reason.
about a girl who gets bullied because she's ugly.
Again, I just like how you're watching all
Understandable. Can I see the
these shows
picture?
I've never heard of. Like you haven't watched
That
the
one?
That
like
one.
you avoided the Russian
Damn, she's
show.
hot.
Hey, it was too popular, so I. No. Well, I didn't watch because it wasn't dubbed
What dubs do you watch it in, Bob?
on Crunchyroll.
What
Oh,
language?
Spanish.
There you go.
Anyway, I watched True Beauty. It's about a girl.
That would be funnier if you watched the Russian show in Spanish.
I don't know why they speak Russian and then they speak Spanish.
She learns how to do makeup, so she becomes pretty. Goes to a different school because she was being bullied, and then she becomes popular. And then she has two guys after her.
Oh, we didn't watch the.
Anyway, the K dramas later.
I have two bad shows I watched.
I have one movie.
Fairy Tale Returned.
Oh,
The sequel to Fairy Tale, the 100-Year Quest.
Fairy Tale.
Oh God. Oh, I couldn't.
There's-
I pushed
Yeah.
myth to watch
it's
the
gonna
show. I tried, but it kept getting Fairy Tale so bad.
So you're telling me Fairy Tale was good on like season 1?
Yes, and that's and
went
maybe season
downhill
2 or maybe
from there.
season 3, but
Whoa.
it got
So it got good at episode 1. And
So it's the reverse of Black Clover.
yeah, exactly.
You watch season 1 through 3, and then you pick up Black Clover season 4 through.
I don't know why they're continuing this show. I honestly don't know why. It ended. It actually ended, and they're just like,
Did
we
you
need
make
to
shit
milk
up
it.
now?
I mean,
Is it like a-
Homeboy made his like another one. He made
I know.
something else.
I know.
It
and
looks
they-
exactly the same.
and he's still continuing Fairy Tale after it actually ended.
Is it like
And-
Baruto where they're like, we just need to make more?
Yes.
Okay.
Legit. It's like, oh, we could go to another continent because there's this mysterious 100-year
I'm
quest
still
that
watching that
everyone
garbage.
knows about, right? Yeah, I know about the 100-year quest. We should complete the 100-year quest that everyone knows about that we've been talking about the whole time, right, everyone? And it's just like, there's a more powerful dragons that we need to kill that are as powerful as the final end dragon. And I'm like, just keep kicking it down.
You're saying a 10 out of 10
Just keep
show,
kicking it down.
must watch.
Just keep kicking it down. Just keep with the etchy. Why not? I'm just so done with this fairy tale shit.
What's your other one?
And the one that disappointed me most was Code Geass.
Called Grease?
I didn't
There's
even
another
start
thing
it.
that-
There's that new
It's a sequel.
Oh, is it?
What?
Yeah, the
Rose.
Rose. Oh my
Oh.
God, they butchered
did
my
it.
boy.
They did it.
They butchered my boy.
They did.
They butchered my boy. Me being the Code Geass stan I am. Oh
Dude,
God,
you're
I
a
was,
Code Geass.
I was so pissed
I love
off.
Code Grease.
Everything that I love about Code Geass, they didn't do in this damn show, and they just spat on it.
Interesting. I didn't even know this was a thing.
I know.
I think I'll watch season 2. Season 2 sounds good.
It's just so strange of how they butchered Code Geass. I'm
Weird.
honestly shocked about how bad this OVA was. It was 10 episodes, and it was just.
So is it like over? Like this was just a side story?
This was the sequel.
It was a sequel.
But is it like a sequel? As in, like they're gonna expect 4 seasons?
No, it's a sequel, and I don't know what they're going to do next.
Oh, okay.
It is weird because legit,
just so
I
bad
don't
that
know
no
how
one-
to. I'm spoiling. I spoil something. Lelouch gave his power to the new protagonist
Somehow.
and it's like,
Lelouch has powers?
Lelouch.
and it's like, okay, so he's not going to be a character in this thing anymore. Interesting. That's a choice. And after he did that off screen, basically, we never see him again.
He did his cameo and he was gone.
Basically,
They're like, Code
it's
Geass,
so
okay,
weird.
now we
It's
can
just-
name it that.
Like they try to Japan gets invaded again, gets taken over again, renamed back to Area 9 or whatever, 10 again, and it's like, oh, we didn't learn our lesson the first time, and it's like
the whole.
It's like retreading
like
it,
real
but it
life.
doesn't do it well. It's so weird.
It's like Game of Thrones season 8.
And it's like there's some cool concepts in it, but they just stumble. It's like
they butchered my boy.
they did, and like, and there was some cool cameos. Like there was a deep cut cameo to like the first OVA that Code Geass did, which I was like, I did not expect them to go back to a 2012 OVA that I thought was just not canon anymore, but they did.
Deep cuts.
Like I said, I'm a Code Geass fan. I love Code Geass.
Doesn't seem like it. You don't like season 2.
And that's why I'm so pissed off about this OVA, is they just killed my boy. They just took them out back and they just shot him and spit on him and pissed on him and then made me watch. And I'm just like, why do you do this?
It's like that one meme. It's like the 2-frame ones. Anyway,
God, yeah, I just need to get that Code Geass. I'm pissed off. I'm so sad.
Like I said, I didn't even know that existed.
I
So
know,
you know what?
I wish
I
I
could.
didn't.
I could have lived great without that knowledge.
Now you know. Now you
sucks.
must
now
watch.
you gotta watch it.
Yep.
Not
if you
even
want to watch, see how bad it is, then go ahead.
Not even have Pizza Hut.
But
ads.
it's weird of what they're playing.
No Pizza
no
Hut.
Pizza Hut
No
ads.
CC. No CC with the Pizza Hut ads.
CC's briefly in it.
Another
She
cameo.
give her powers out too.
I think so. I it's so weird. This whole because I forgot even that the emperor came back from the fucking dead. I'm not joking. He came back as a fucking clone. He's a clone.
This is Star Wars, bro.
He Palpatine.
I forgot about that
one
until
brain
the very
cell
clip. And it was like,
That's funny to me too, because like Code Geass is considered to have like one of the absolute best endings.
Yeah.
In anime, just period.
yeah.
Well, it's not over.
And I don't know.
I guess not anymore.
That's why it's got one of the best mid arcs.
Nah, yeah, you're right.
And they made those movies,
and
It was a great prequel.
and they made another movie.
I don't remember. I didn't watch any of those either.
Don't watch them. Like like honestly, like because the movies were recap movies, but they
added stuff.
but they changed the whole plot in the second movie.
What?
Like
What?
a main character that Shirley,
She doesn't die.
she doesn't die.
Oh, interesting.
Whoa.
And that changes a lot of things apparently. And it kind of carries out to being like the same thing, but we don't know why she died. And then the new movie came out. This became a whole different rant. I'm sorry.
It's like the Evangelion rebuild.
And
movies.
and they made that sequel movie that came out like a while ago to be like, oh, here's the new thing.
The Lelouch the Resurrection. Or whatever it was
Yes,
called.
and I still don't know why Shirley was alive for this.
I don't know.
It makes no sense because it felt like they were going to make, oh, she's going to be important for us to actually continue to make more stuff. And I'm like,
so they brought her back to not do anything with her.
Yes.
Amazing.
my brain is broken of Code Geass. It sucks.
That's so
just,
funny.
just watch the original series and don't ever, and maybe watch that first OVA. That one was that one was actually good. But
Nah, fuck it.
OG series. That's
but
it.
the movies and this new OVA have broken.
It's okay.
Me.
Forrest dropped at episode 2.
No, it was like 3. So what I'm hearing is watch the movies. It's a speed run of the show, and
Go
then you can
ahead.
watch season 2.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Noted.
He's gonna do what we did with Evangelion.
Yeah.
I've watched all of it.
I know you
legit all of it.
You have now, but that wasn't the case.
Anyway, I watched a movie called Mononoke movie. It's about Mononoke.
Of course.
Now you're Mononoke.
Yes,
It's a beautiful show, beautiful movie.
Yes.
If you like the show, it's an hour and a half
If you know,
episode
if you know
of the
about
show. It's a show that's like everyone highly rates it. It's like Ping Pong the animation.
Is it like a
Interesting.
sequel to the show, or is it
It's just like a-
standalone thing?
Oh, the movie's just like a just random episode.
Oh,
Because you follow a guy.
long ass episode.
Yeah, pretty much. You just follow a guy who's like a medicine man, and he can see spirits and stuff, but he hunts them down, and he has a samurai sword. I can't remember if it's a sword or like a dagger, but he can only kill he can kill anything with it with like one slice. But the only way he can do it is he needs to know the reason why the Mononoke is there, the name of the Mononoke, and some other cause. to unsheath it. So it's basically the whole movie is him trying to figure out why it's there, what's going on, the name.
What? This came out? Sorry.
Yeah, dude, I watched it summer.
Sorry.
I'm talking about it right now.
I'm looking next season. Do you know the show?
Anyway, 10 out of 10 movie, really
Okay,
good.
sorry.
Must watch.
It's on Netflix.
It's on
I think.
Netflix.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, that's all I
But
got
Monarch is-
for.
I mean, I like the series.
Oh, I think it's a great
It's
show.
a great series.
It's one of those shows I feel like ping
It's
pong.
like-
People just don't watch it.
It's unsettling.
Very
Because a
unsettling.
lot of people call it like a horror one, and I understand where
It's
it comes
horror.
from. As far as it's a very unsettling show.
But I feel like most
But it's
animes, it's horror's different than like movies.
Yeah,
where it's not
yeah.
jump scare. It's just like there's something going on.
vibes.
Something's gonna touch you in the bad way. It's like that magical girl show, like that horror. And you know,
I don't know
shit
what you're
goes down.
talking about. That was last episode.
Anyway, you got anything
FBI
else for summer?
We could go to the next horror theme.
You got something in summer?
Next season.
Oh,
Next
fall.
season.
Ray Zero.
I watched a lot in the fall, actually.
Uzumaki.
Oh, I skipped it.
Okay, I watched one episode.
I pushed through
The
it.
first episode, the only good episode.
The only good episode.
Dear
and then I
God.
stopped after I found out that the
As
fired
a
everyone.
man that
Yeah,
loves
did you hear that
Junji-
whole production thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad.
That's insane.
That's some bad.
That's why I watched it.
some
I'm just
bad
like,
business.
I need to see how bad this got.
As a man that loves fucking Junji Ito, like I've read most of his stuff.
Yeah.
Uzumaki is one of his best works
Yeah.
in my opinion. And when I heard basically what happened, I'm just like, why am I gonna watch
Like,
this?
why would you do this?
Well, they've
to
never made a good adaptation of Jujutsu World.
No,
Never,
no.
ever.
No.
I don't think
But-
it can be adapted.
Yeah, I think the issue
The first
is,
episode was good. It can be adapted somewhat.
but I think the issue is like the art style plus the scares in Junji Ito are hard to portray as
anime.
long form.
yeah.
Because even when they did like their other ones where they're like episode 1 is like X story, episode 2 is X
Yeah.
story.
Like an anthology.
Yeah. Like that's the only way I feel like you could do his work. And even then,
And they did it a while back.
Did they do that in this too,
No,
or is it like
no,
the full?
because Uzumaki is a whole
Yeah.
story in her.
I just didn't know if they like broke it apart because they're
My
weird.
other issue too is like I think there's like an art style like deal to it that makes it very hard.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if you're trying to do it in your kind of like modern anime style. I don't think it lends itself to that type of imagery.
There's
That's
two,
the weird thing. Like the first episode did though.
No, I
That's
know,
like,
and
that's
like I
the
said, and
craziest
it's fine.
thing.
As I said, they did really well in this first episode.
Where did they
Everyone was
spend all
really
the money?
hyped. Yeah, they were really hyped to do this, and then obviously they.
But I feel
shit the
like
bed.
there's
But-
two mangas out there that have the best anime or no, the best
Manga.
artwork.
Okay.
And I'd consider Berserk as number 1. I think it's the best looking. I do think
Berserk's
all
Yeah.
Junji Ito's work is a number 2. Because he also has that certain art
Yes.
style to it that I feel like both those shows have never been good in anime.
The Berserk OVA of '97 isn't bad.
Isn't bad.
It's not good.
It's a 7 out of
I
10. It's watchable.
It's good in comparison to the 2011 one.
Yeah, Uzumaki episode 1's really good.
Yeah,
Uzumaki was a thing. That was a thing.
This is what I mean. It like there you can't make a 10 out of 10 style like that into
yeah.
What's the story that made Arcane?
Fortiche?
They should make this show and
they would ever
dump
do-
all the money into it.
I don't think they would ever be able to do like horror in that way though.
Yeah.
I don't even think their style lends to it.
Horror anime's always just been tough.
I don't even know who would be able to produce this.
And that's what I'm getting at. Horror anime is just tough.
Yeah.
You can
'Cause,
barely do it.
Like I can think of many horror, but
That's what I'm getting. Like, what horror anime can you think of?
but it's very limited that is popular.
I
There's-
can think of gore anime.
Well, all the horror anime that I can think of is just like the typical. Oh, it's a group of friends. Now we have to kill each other.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's more gory.
Or
in a
even
way.
or even the supernatural ones. I mean, it's nothing insane, right?
Yeah.
You have like, you're another
Another is like,
Shiki.
yeah. I was like, those are only ones I can really think of. And those
Another
are
one
more-
where it's a
Those
group of people in a
stories.
bus and they go through a tunnel and they end up in this like
Oh, I remember.
town
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh, from?
and then they all die. Yes, from.
I mean, I know you can make like thrillers.
You can make
Yeah.
thrillers
because you can make things like Perfect Blue.
Yeah, Perfect
Yeah.
Blue.
I think is like
I
a
did like
perfect
Angel
example
of
that.
Death or whatever. It was like a long
fun.
time. Yeah, it's a fun anime.
but anyways, it's just like
Yes.
yeah,
it's a shame.
yeah,
It's a shame.
I said there's a lot of good horror animes though.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's the problem.
There's just too much.
Anyone watch Dan 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 Dan?
Is that we're gonna do that one now?
Yeah.
I've never. Has anyone heard of it?
No.
I heard it was like Mashal, but like different. We have a Don shirt in the store right now.
Dun,
Right here
is
now.
a show I was so excited for.
I will say, the ending sucked ass.
Of the season, yes.
The season ending just like
Yes.
is like
Yes, it did.
The
Wait till
biggest
next
cliffhanger
season.
I've ever seen. I was like,
That's like the one thing I don't like about the show was just that ending. I'm like,
I'm not
season
gonna
one ending.
lie. I almost wish they would have ended it like one episode before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree.
well, I think it would have even been better or fine if they just ended it at like, oh, we're going to this house. And just,
Like a teaser for the next
Yeah,
one,
yeah, maybe.
without actually going into the
Yeah,
arc.
yeah.
because I feel
that's
like
the
they
thing.
went
Yeah,
too
yeah,
far into it.
Yeah, and they're just like, there's a whole. We'll see you next season.
We'll see you in a year. I'm like, whoa.
But-
Maybe.
This girl is being surrounded by a bunch of naked people. See you next season.
This is the horror anime we're talking about.
Dandadan is brilliant.
Yeah, Dandadan is
Absolute-
really good.
Like it's a manga that's brilliant. I was so excited when they said that Science Saru was doing the animation. I was so excited.
And then Eddie's like, there'll be no season 2 since it's Science Saru.
and that's it. And we
there
talked about this
will
last
be.
video. There will because it's already announced. That we already
Going
know.
to Mappa.
But normally, this is the first time Science Saru has done a sequel.
Yeah.
And
It's weird.
I love it because it's so popular.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
no,
Science
it's so-
Saru.
it's so
I love
Science
their
Saru is
experimental
really-
art.
Yeah. And I love how there's the combination of the weirdness that they're known for with like the traditional that we're known for like your standard shonen.
I think it just
Like,
works.
It melds so well.
And I also think I love this show because it hits the horror elements of like the monsters
Yes.
or the ghosts, and then you also have the aliens. Like you don't see this much in anime.
No.
Besides the other
Yeah.
D show, the DDD one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like shows like that. Even movies, I go out of my way to watch because I
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
sci-fi. I love the horror elements, and you just smash them both together, and then you add my
Romantic
favorite.
comedy?
You add my favorite sprinkle rom com. I'm like, oh, the show is made for me.
It's actually a rom-com disguised as a supernatural show.
This guy's
It is. But
Disguised as a nude
I think for any show like this, right? And this is always the issue I think that comes up, especially with shows like this season and others, right? This is the adaptation that every fan and every creator wants their show to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just so much love was poured in, and you can tell the animation studios loved what they were doing, the voice actors
Yep.
loved what they were doing, and it shows so much.
How many times did you see episode 1?
I would say I've seen episode 1 3 times.
Really?
I've
Jeez.
seen the premiere at AX.
Okay,
I've
you-
seen
Theater.
the movie theater one, and then I saw it again.
That was an experience. I knew
myself.
nothing about the show.
I
And
knew
they're like,
nothing.
let's go watch it at the movie theaters. And it's the first 3 episodes
Yes.
with
Yep.
like an
Okay.
interview at
Oh,
the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck am
I
I
do.
watching?
I will say I want to yell at AX. Can we stop putting the explaining things about the animation or about the show
I know why they do it.
before the show?
Like, I know why they do it.
It's
But
fucking spoiling the whole fucking show.
That's so
or it's
annoying,
either
jeez.
spoiling or it's like you're like I don't know what's going on here, so
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And like maybe as someone as a reader like loves that part, but I'm just like I want to watch it.
And then you tell me about it.
it.
Yeah.
I do understand a lot of people leave.
yeah,
that's probably the main reason.
That's probably the main reason. And I mean, everyone's there for the get go. This is one of those ones where obviously the manga's so big that room was packed without anybody ever really.
Oh, and it
knowing
wasn't
what
even like
was.
it wasn't even the main stage. They put it in one of the bigger rooms,
Yeah.
but it was still like a
Absolutely, yeah.
side room.
Because it's just so popular.
And then
It's
it
such
was
a
full.
big thing.
Scar was there.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, we saw it just next to us. But
He was next to you?
No,
well, when we left,
leaving.
they were just like right there. But it is an amazing show. Absolutely bloody brilliant.
I do think the ending did
The
hurt
ending,
it for a lot of people.
it did.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
'Cause I think-
this horror ended, huh? Okay, cool.
because right now it's an 8.56 on Mal. I think it probably would have been like a 9.2 as a general Mal, but I think the ending episode was such a cliffhanger that probably most people dropped the rating. Of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And I also think it
Yeah,
was. A
it
bad
was
spot.
just planned, not great.
And I
yeah.
remember watching it, and then I was like, "Oh man, there's gonna be 13 episodes. Interesting." And then I clicked on
And that's it. Yeah.
the website is like
Said,
12. I'm
That's
like,
such a weird cliffhanger.
Like, oh,
I don't
what
understand
happened?
why.
yeah.
But I'm excited for where it goes.
Yep. I can't wait for season 2.
Yep, it's absolutely brilliant.
Is there an announcement for season 2?
Yes.
Yeah, they announced it.
It's
so.
summer.
And I think they already said that we mostly produced it too, which is even the funnier part. It's
They
just
said
like,
that the cliffhanger for episode 26 is going to be even harder.
Nice.
Yeah, 'cause
really? Or are you just like, okay, I'm just like,
It's going to be middle fight scene.
Because if I remember right, it was already announced for summer season of the series.
yeah.
So
Anyone watch RE0?
I saw.
I began it.
I saw one of the episodes in the middle in Japan
On TV?
on TV.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned this. I forgot about that.
I just remember sitting there. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. A lot of people were dying. And I'm like, nice.
I think I'm like episode 3. So I still need to catch up. I'm watching with a friend. So
I'm on episode 10, 11 of
okay,
the...
so
Is it getting better or getting worse?
I heard it's really good.
Well, it's really good. There's one of the episodes that I haven't seen yet. I guess it took like a year to animate, so I'm excited to see that
I
one.
can't wait to see that one.
It's the fight scenes.
it's a fun
Yeah,
arc.
Because they're fighting that cult of the witch
Yeah.
at the moment.
It's a fun arc.
Yeah. I'm a huge ReZero fan. Trust me, I want to watch it. I need to grab my friend and drag him to my place and watch it.
Dude,
watch
that's
it in
that.
Japan?
I don't know, man. Like the way that is, like fantasy wise, light novels. Like I love ReZero, but it's never gonna end.
Yeah,
Probably won't.
It's already on volume like 26, and there's no sign of an end.
Really.
Yeah.
Fun.
He probably doesn't know how to end it.
I don't know.
I don't think I
don't
would
know.
not be surprised if he does not know how it ended.
I don't even know, as a fan, how you fucking end the show.
I don't even know what the goal of the show is. Right. The only thing I can think of right now is Rem. That's the only goal.
I don't. Yeah, because it's not very like clear.
Well, I guess
She's dead forever.
I guess the whole Amelia stuff of like being the next ruler, right? Queen.
Yeah. There's
But
that.
I guess that's the other goal right now. Like
No,
the
his
main
goal is to bang.
Yeah.
That's his goal.
Yes, that is the goal.
And then he becomes king.
He's the knight so far.
Yeah, but when he bangs,
God.
he's going
Yeah.
to be the king.
Because I mean, you have this arc. There's still 2 more arcs in book form, and it doesn't look like it's gonna stop anytime
so they're getting
soon.
close to the book then.
Well, it's been like, at least with the official translation, it's always been like a few steps behind,
Okay.
by a little bit.
But the anime takes forever, though.
yeah,
No, that's
Well,
what I
at
meant.
least the
I
first
thought that-
season to the second season.
'Cause I remember when-
this season and
Yes.
last season wasn't too bad.
and I think it's because they gave it a little bit of time. Because I
Yeah.
remember when second season came out, those books had just dropped translation wise. Obviously, there's been more. in
Yeah, I
Japanese
know,
and
I
stuff,
know,
But
yeah.
those ones had just dropped
That's
translation
funny.
wise, and now it's quite a bit ahead.
That's
from
kinda
where the
crazy.
show is. But yeah,
Pretty good.
ReZero. I'll get into it. I'll get to it again.
I know your next favorite show is on that Foursquare block.
Yeah, dude,
Blue
that
Lock?
Blue Lock.
Blue Lock.
That U20 Japan arc.
I love those fuse episodes Bob showed me.
How is it?
I enjoyed it. I'm hoping.
I just seen the screenshots and the
No, that's not screenshots.
I know,
Those
I
are the
know.
videos.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen the screenshots.
Those 4 frames, that's the shit.
And that's the reason I haven't watched it. I'm like, oh, they butchered the show. Never
I
mind.
will say
I'm
that
done.
one guy on TikTok where he's in the wheelchair, perfect guy, just going around, and then they cut down. You're like, yeah, sounds like the show.
I was pretty hyped. I am excited. Well, I'm hoping that they redo this season as a movie with budget.
oh, because it was good.
Because it was good.
So
I
bad.
hope
But
they
I
do.
need
But it
more
was bad.
animation.
I hope they
So
do a movie
sad.
just like they did, where they do it on a different point of view than the main character.
I need Nagi's point of view.
He's my favorite character.
He scored a banger.
I've seen so many clips of like, let's try that shot out for real. I'm like,
For being U20 Japan, I'm like, this guy doesn't look very Japanese.
Yeah.
All right.
you telling me the big muscly dude?
with different color eyes, with stubble.
I know we talked about it before, but I still have to say, you got U20 versus Blue Lock
Strikers.
strikers only. That poor goalie's like,
so it's still them just
they're all strikers.
It's still
All-
strikers.
they're all
That's still-
strikers.
Yeah, I know, yeah, it's still strikers, huh? Okay, fine.
Spoilers, they win.
wow.
They better win.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
next,
the manga. Finally, it took a whole year for a match to end.
oh my god.
So I'm excited. What's next on the
And they're gonna do that
manga?
like one
It's like
episode.
how Luffy was facing what's his Kaido for like 2 years. An anime. God, jeez, those fights.
I guess someone watched this show called.
I was going to get to that very last.
Okay,
but
we
whatever.
can skip that one.
Which one?
Don't worry.
The thing
about
that
it. The one that he watched.
The thing that poured my eyes after I watched the Magical Girl.
I wanted to
show.
watch Blue Box. I didn't get a
I
chance.
love Blue Box.
I heard it was really good.
Shangri-La.
I haven't finished it yet.
Shangri-La Frontier is still good. Like that's still
I forgot about that show.
I haven't kept up with it.
that's a good show. That's a
I
good
always
show.
look at the picture and I always see the guy. I'm like, that looks weird. I'm like, oh,
It's
it's
good,
season
though.
2. What
It's
the fuck?
good.
I watched the
Yeah.
first season of it. I do like it.
Yeah.
I do like it a lot. The animation's very good. It's fun. I just haven't.
It's just unfortunately
Kept
just
up with
very
it.
just like I hate saying mid. It's just not. It's just
Well,
it's not
mid's
mid.
fine.
It's very by the books.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it's not doing anything too amazingly, but it's doing everything great.
Yeah, it's just fun.
It's really good.
Has anyone seen Dungeon Meshi season 5?
I
I
dropped,
dropped
it
that-
at season 2.
I dropped it at season 3.
Yeah, same.
Same.
There's a show
Oh,
I've heard about.
Dude,
that.
there's a show
I
I've been
think
wanting
we're all
to see.
talking
Is it
about
Orb?
It's
yeah.
Orb.
Yeah, I
That
was like,
But I don't.
Since it was announced, I've wanted to see it, but I forgot it came out last
yeah,
season.
same, yeah.
But
I
it's
only heard of it
Madhouse.
recently.
it's a
also
26 episode, so
Yeah,
it's like
still going.
it's like
Yeah.
what I did with Freeland last year. I just kind of skip it until it's finished
Yeah.
and then it counts. For next
According
year.
to the internet, it's the best show of the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I've heard
Allegedly.
it's very good, and I
Yeah.
from when it was announced, I was very interested in it because it just scratches all the itches that
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
You gross, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But it's fun, and I really do. It's something I really need to see. So don't.
I'll watch it.
I started Rona 1.5. It's the I think it's
1.5.
I saw the original.
half.
I saw the original.
And
haven't seen
I
the
never
new one.
and I've always wanted to watch the original. That's like one of the older shows I kind
Yeah.
of
I
always
grew
wanted
up
to
on
check,
it, so-
check out. And it's done by map. And it's pretty
Spanish?
good.
In Spanish.
Like-
I wish they would have kept the OG song.
No, did they not?
I like the.
No.
I also like the. I'm only halfway. I'm liking it. The only thing I don't like about it is sometimes with the fight scenes in this remake, they go to like a different like art style in a way.
Yeah.
okay.
I really
So-
like that.
So it's like
the regular
it's,
art style.
yeah, it's not like they go from like regular like color palette to a different like cooler like green and blue
Yeah.
like a different and then they jump out of it and then they jump back in it and jump out of it and jump back in it during some fight scenes. I'm like just pick one.
It's an interesting
Just pick one.
Dude, I'm,
direction.
But I'm liking the show a lot actually. So
It's wild to me that Arifureta is still going.
I know. Is this what season 4?
It's wild to me.
We had Dungeon Meshi,
Wild.
Dungeon and Delicious, or whatever, whatever that shitty show, Dungeon, Danmachi.
Danmachi.
Fucking season 5, dude.
yeah.
Season 5.
Eddie's
Who's
read,
watching it?
Eddie's read all of
He
it.
probably
what's Funo,
is.
man?
Actually, I haven't. I haven't read this arc.
Did you drop it?
I did.
Yeah.
I haven't read this arc.
I'd like to say there's another show that I've been like on and off on. That they had 2 seasons this year, and there were 2 separates. Fucking Blue Exorcist.
Oh, never mind. There's another show I did watch from this season. I don't think any of you guys did.
like
But that's
Blue
because I
Ex-
read it and I really like it. Sorry.
I tried watching that like that the reboots not reboots season but like the
Newest season.
the course correcting season that came out a while back
Course correction. So like,
or it went back to like the original stuff because
Yeah.
the original anime went like original anime stuff like
I don't even know what's fucking going on anymore. I
and
watched
I-
the 2 seasons back to back. I'm like halfway through this newest season. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Where am I?
yeah, I tried watching that the course
too much of
correction
it.
season. I'm like I can't get into this show.
Michael, because I'm pretty sure they haven't. Did you watch Demon Lord 2099?
No.
Sounds like
did you watch it?
amazing
I
anime.
did.
What's it about?
A Demon Lord reviving in the future.
Yeah,
I
was
love
like,
those.
unfortunately, fall was like the season where I got
Yeah.
really busy, and I just did not have time to watch
I
much
just,
stuff.
I like the setting a lot. It's very similar to Shadowrun, if you know what Shadowrun is.
oh gosh, really?
The setting is it's like a
okay.
magical cyberpunk world.
Okay, I might like that show then.
Where I guess a fantasy world and basically what is a fantasy world and I guess the modern day collided.
Yeah, no, it's
And then it's the future of that. So this demon lord was from the fantasy world and he revives in this era. And he's just realizing like, oh, all the things are different. Some of the people he left
yeah,
has become crazy things and there's combinations of magic and tech.
interesting.
And it's fun. It's a fun concept
Okay.
that I feel like is very different than all those ones of that era. And I just love the setting.
Yeah,
I think it's very fun.
no, that would be down my because I love Shadowrun. Shadowrun's like one of those few
It's
series
it's,
I'm like,
it's one of my favorite like TTRPG settings.
yeah,
And it makes me sad that it's not something that has been updated because it's an old.
yeah, no, it's yeah, that I haven't heard that name for a while.
Yeah, and so when I first originally read it, I enjoyed it a lot, and I watched the show because I like it that much, and I wanted to see it come to life. But
There's another batshit crazy show I watched, Sword Art Online, alternative Gun Gale.
You're watching the spin-off, bro?
Dude, I love
Gun Gale was fine.
I loved Gun Gale when that came out 6 years ago. So I'm like, when I heard this one came out, I'm like, oh sweet, I'm happy.
I liked when they got rid of the main character.
These characters are crazy.
well,
They are insane.
Well, I always liked the original with the Gun Gale spinoff because it's a different writer too.
Yeah.
Right. It's the writer of Kino's Journey.
Yeah. Gosh, you're right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And so obviously the
How
man.
did you get that gig? He's like, bro, go, hold up.
Yeah.
I got this
and the
idea.
man, I know
idea.
writing wise, the man's a very big gun nut. He's very knowledgeable.
Yeah, clearly it shows in the show. To be honest,
and I did really like the first season of this, but obviously
the second season, it's just like it's fun, but man, these people are batshit insane. It's so funny, but it's just like you guys are taking this game too seriously.
Is it more
seriously?
of like, is it more of like a actual game shit, or is like there's a
No,
murderer killing people?
it's actual the first part of this season was just like battle royale, and we're just going to have some fun with battle royale stuff. But man, again, they're like masochists and stuff. It's just like insane of how they treat each other. It's just like
I think what I do like about this series as well is there's none of the extra, I guess you would say, edgy stuff. There's no we die in the game, we die in real life.
There's a different edginess to it.
Yeah,
but
but it's still a very like
You're saying
we are.
it's
they're
the
having
Call
fun.
of Duty
it's all,
lobbies?
Yes. It's very Call of Duty lobbies.
Ooh, we should watch it. We can watch it while
Say the
playing Call
N-word
of
in
Duty.
Japanese.
I've seen VTubers do this, but
I've seen the clips. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
but I mean, it's just fun because it's just the game, right? It's just them playing the game, and there's the competitives that
There's
without
no high stakes
without
of
the
dying.
extra, yeah.
It is
Yeah,
very
craziness.
fun. It's
Yes.
just sometimes I'm like, you're taking this way too seriously. Like I think at the second part of the season or near the end, they went against like actual military people, and that was like the actual military exercises for some people in America.
What?
And they capture the small girl, and she's like, I have to somehow get out of this. It's a game. I can kill myself by running into a wall and I can respawn. And these military people are like, what's she doing? Oh shit, she's going to kill herself. And she runs like face forward into a wall and just dies. It's just such a weird.
That's game logic.
It's just a funny show. It's
Yeah.
just such a weird. I don't know how I feel about it nowadays. I loved it when it first came out, but now I'm just like,
Now it's just too crazy.
I think it's a little too much for me, which is weird to say. I don't know why.
You know, there's something I just noticed on there that I haven't watched. Anyone watch the MF Ghost?
No.
How's that rapper?
This show? What show? This show. Oh,
It's
this show.
the sequel to
I've not.
Initial D.
I have not. I've heard about this show.
That
but I've not.
sequel to Initial
Yeah,
D?
it's sequel to Initial D.
Is it ass?
I mean, I've only seen bits and pieces. It's
Does-
fine.
does
There's
it
like some
look
3D
cool?
animation. Yeah, there's cool stuff. I was just wondering if anyone.
There's a sequel that came out. I just didn't know if you knew about it. Like, I did not know this came out, and it's one of my favorite shows, so I'm gonna definitely watch it. Not to make Book of Friends. God, this show's so good.
A sequel?
I've heard it's very good.
It's
I haven't watched it.
It's a yokai show.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's similar to like Mushishi in a way, right?
Yes, it is very similar
And
to
that's another
Mushishi.
very-
That's a god tier show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This show has been going on for honestly like
Yes.
a decade. I'm going back to like because it has like 7 seasons.
Yeah, I've heard it's a very good show, and it comes up in a lot of lists that everybody likes and stuff. It's highly rated.
It's one of those cult classic kind of shows. I'm in 2009 right now. I'm on the 4th season.
Uncle Gems.
Yeah, but I know it's long. It's just one of those.
It came out in 2008.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
but that's why I'm like, they made another season, and the last thing was 2019 of a movie. So I'm like, oh, I'm watching this tonight. I'm definitely watching this. It's one of my favorite shows. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
You know what sequel I'm watching?
what?
Dragon Ball Daima. I mean GT.
It's called Daima, but it's GT.
GT Region.
I don't know if we should talk about this. This could be a whole episode of me just rambling. God,
Is it done yet?
no.
I have, like,
Next episode's the last episode, but the first part of this Daima was good.
Yeah.
I like the first half.
What didn't you like about the second half?
The second half is it's like Daima, like the first half of Daima was like, okay, we're going like classic Dragon Ball.
OG Dragon Ball,
Like,
yeah.
it really is setting that up.
And then it got crazy.
And then it just like fuck it, we're going back to Dragon Ball Z again.
Yeah.
Stuff. I'm like, we're doing GT again. This is what happened with GT, but even faster.
But that's what it was. That's what it is.
I know,
If
but
they just made GT canon.
I know. And
They did.
That's
smart.
That's
It's
all,
smart.
That's
I-
all
I-
they were doing.
I-
They're just making GT canon.
I know, but I don't know which one I like better right now, which is a weird thing to say.
Now they gotta make the good parts of GT canon.
I don't know how I feel about that. I
never
honestly
gonna
do not. I have a coworker who is loving Daima, and I'm just sitting there like I'm liking it, but I'm at the same time, I just need to turn off my brain. I just need to turn.
No, I got pretty hyped when Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3.
I love like that's the problem. Like there's so many things I like. But I don't know if I want to spoil Daima. I could talk about the other thing that makes me happy though.
It's great. I've been watching it.
Like I said, I'm liking Daima.
Yeah.
I just need to turn off my brain because the way he's getting the way he got a certain power kind of pissed me off. I'm not joking.
I see.
Like, come on,
yeah.
come on,
You go
come
Dra-
on.
You go Super Saiyan 1.
Yes,
Oh, that's the craziest part.
I
You won't
know.
believe
The
it.
way he became Super Saiyan 1 was just so just weird to me.
When they grew his tail back.
It was just weird where it's just like
When in monkey
there's
mode again.
there's this guy just did this and it's like and then
Super Saiyan 1.
he became Super Saiyan 1, which
That's
is just really
crazy.
weird. I don't know.
That's like Super Saiyan 5.
What's that?
Goku Blanco.
I don't know.
And they introduced Shaggy, bro.
It's so crazy. Ultra Instinct Shaggy just came out of nowhere. Blew my mind.
Domain expansion Kermit.
Wait, is this still Dragon Ball?
It's technically,
canon.
yeah. Perfect Cell's there, I think. I'll talk about the show. Like, this is actually my favorite show of the year.
Wait, is it Bleach?
Yes.
Here, let me go over two
It
things
wasn't
before we get too
Beastars?
far. That's what I was gonna say. I got
Beastars come out?
Beastars, the
Did that come
final
out?
season,
I did not
part
know that came out.
1.
I was like, maybe that's the reason why I didn't like.
Well, the issue is it dropped on Netflix not even that long ago. It was like final season. I'm like, perfect. I was gonna watch something else, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I can finally finish Beastars. Click on it.
I did not know Beastars came out. I need to
And I'm
put that on my
sitting
list
there
now, too.
watching. I'm
God.
like, it's pretty good. You know, it's Beastars. You can't really complain. You know what you're in for.
Right.
Not enough, fucking the bunny. But anyway.
Whoa.
Anyway, so you're just sitting there. You're like, man, there's a lot of like the main villains like really come out.
Yeah.
You're like, this is gonna go like ham. There's gonna be a big fight. And you're like, it's last episode. How are they gonna wrap all this up? You can see how it could wrap up, but you're like, it'd be really quick and it wouldn't make sense. And you're like, what's gonna happen? And then something happens. No spoilers. And then you're like, see, Beastars final season is a part 1 of part 2.
When's part 2 coming out? Do you know?
It's soon.
Because I can't handle that.
The
I
final.
just need the. Then part 3 will come out.
I think
around
it's
that.
2 parts from what I've read.
It'll be like
Countdown
Attack on
part
Titan
1.
again. Just like
Was that not this year? Last year, sorry?
2 years ago, I think actually. Attack on.
Oh, it's been that long.
I think it was either last year or 2 years ago.
what?
Attack on Titan.
The final
Yeah.
season.
The final season part 1. Final season part 2. Final season part 3.
The final, this time for real.
For real, guys, I'm gonna end. I swear.
God.
It's Beastars.
Yeah.
Like I'd wait until the next part. If
Yeah,
I knew it
and
was
that's why-
also
and
the
that's why I'm
same,
waiting. That's the reason
I
why
would
I'm
have
waiting.
waited. And the other show that some people like, some people love it, Monogatari.
Oh, that came out. That's
Yeah,
right.
I guess no one watched it here, so no one likes it. So.
I forgot it came out.
I want to
No
get into that
Monogatari
series.
fans
I would
anyway.
like to get in that series
It's
someday.
so good.
I do want to get
I
into that
love it
series.
so
Then
much.
how did it go, Eddie?
I forgot.
It's like
He doesn't like it, then.
It's like with me, not to me. I'm like, I can't believe that actually came out. It's
because
like,
I remember when it was announced, and I'm like, yeah, and then I forgot because it never said when, and then I missed it. So
Yeah, let's go with Bleach.
yeah,
holy crap! I'm not joking.
Tell
Like
about anime of the year.
it really I'm
It's better than Beastars, you're saying?
yeah no like yeah
It's better than Code Grease season 2.
yes. I think it's because I'm just like I don't know. It's weird because
Blowing my mind right
it's
now.
like childhood again. It is legit me like watching anime.
Does he go Super Saiyan 1?
Basically.
Animal Training Instinct.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, well, Saturday night. Freaking like
that's even
Adult
better.
Swim shit, man.
Damn.
It just gave me back to those old days. I'm just like, oh god, the show's actually so fucking good, and
So-
they're treating it right.
It's still 100-year Blood War,
yes,
right?
yeah. But
Is this how you pictured Bleach as a kid
Yes.
when you were
No,
watching
legit,
it? And
yeah.
then you watch Bleach now
Yeah,
and you're like,
no.
this is ass, but
Yeah,
this season's
yeah,
good.
no, legit.
Okay.
It's because they're fixing so many things from the manga that it's like, I think they basically added 4 episodes of new content to
Oh, wow.
fix
Kubo
shit.
involved in
Yes,
this
he is.
production?
He is.
Oh shit.
It's like, I fucked up.
Like,
Let's put this in.
legit.
let you guys fuck up my show. Hold up.
Yeah, like we can't keep with the original manga material. Trust me, guys. Let me step in a little bit.
Let me
and
cook.
Let me cook. And
Let me
he's-
figure it out.
And he's cooking. Like the staff is. They made a whole new production studio for this damn series now.
the YMCA.
It's
Rio.
what's it called?
I do like how they've been doing that a lot lately.
Like-
Making like dedicated like studios for shows.
Yeah.
Because Mushoku Tensei did that. I know they're doing that with
Period Films. It's called Period Films.
I know they're doing that with the new
Marvel.
Berserk adaptation as
From
well.
from Pura
'cause they made a new studio for it.
Animation.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I hate
Yeah.
Pura.
Yeah. But Bleach, man, it's just they're giving characters who had never had fight scenes, and people are like, why has this character never had a fucking fight scene? Like 3 or 4 fight scenes finally, and it's like they're just god, it's insane that they're actually fixing Bleach after 10 years of hearing nothing but this arc sucking. And just being like preparing my body of like, okay, I'm happy it's ending finally, but now actually hearing like people like saying this has never been the anime. They're fixing shit. They're actually adding whole new episodes
See, but
to
that also
stuff.
makes anime, or makes it better when you go into something knowing it's probably going to suck.
And then
And then it reverses
Yeah.
and it's
Well,
really
especially
good.
Now,
like-
they should remake.
Yeah.
Bleach.
And people have been saying like, is there going to be a remake coming? Because they teased it.
Oh hell yeah!
They teased it, and I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
I hope they do 3 movies, 4 seasons. And
Honestly, yeah, let's remake a whole Bleach. Why not? But no, it's Bleach. It's weird. It's just so. I'm so giddy whenever I see this damn show now. It's
I mean, they've been doing that a lot with a lot of old like popular shows,
Yeah.
right? It's not
Ranma.
yeah,
Ranma,
Rama's a good
Urusei Yatsura,
yeah. Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket,
Fruits Basket.
Shaman King.
Kimi
Yeah.
Todoroki.
Tension, Rurouni Kenshin, I think has.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
has that.
I like the OG style though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like all the OG stuff is still good for those shows, but Bleach,
to
but
get
Bleach has always been like.
Ass, you're right.
Yeah, has always been like I hate to say it, like being a Bleach fan, I had to fight for being like this show's actually good. Come on,
It's like what they're doing with One Piece, right? They know
Yeah.
that the original episodes don't look the best, so they're gonna go and give it a spit
What's
shine
the-
and make it look
It
good.
also, takes 3 episodes. You're like, oh wow, the story's going.
Yeah. No,
the
it's-
real question I have, so, like, are they going to do something after? Like, does he have a kid named, like, Kleenex or Clear? You
Shut
know,
up.
like, something like that?
Well, that's like maybe the best part too. Is there is a epilogue thing that they are starting to do.
So he is going to have
There is the
Kleenex
hell chapter.
Ammonia.
That
Ammonia. Ah, I can't
Is,
wait.
is 100-Year Blood War the end of the manga?
it's the end of the official manga. Yes.
Okay, that's what.
And that's why it's just like everyone's been like, fine, like again, 10 years.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, it's been, and that's like the craziest part too. Is like it's actually been 9 years, which actually goes something within the show of a character resurrecting after 9 years, getting his powers back, and then like within the show, actually 9 episodes later, it's like the 999.
Yeah.
It's like
Wow, they actually thought about this.
it's crazy. No, like I don't know, like Bleach is. It's honestly just like I'm astounded. Like there's problems with some things that they never fixed, but I didn't mind them too much. But the things that were actual issues of like,
Pacing and characters.
yeah, like the main character not facing like the rival character basically throughout the 1,000-year blood arc at all.
Ichigo never fights the dude.
Udyr. Like he never fought him in the manga at all, basically. And they had 2 great fights and gave him like new powers and shit.
Nice.
And then he actually fought Uobach before like certain things happen. It's just like, holy crap! You guys are actually, and they're good ass fight scenes too. It's all well animated, and the music is just like, I'm giddy. I'm sorry. This again. This is making me like, holy shit! I'm so happy I kept the faith of 9 years of like, it'll come back, guys. Bleach will come back. It'll be kick ass. It will come back.
You know what I'm waiting for? Tokyo Ghoul. I hope they remake it.
You know what I'm waiting for? No Game, No Life.
Now never.
That's never
That is
happening.
never happening.
That's what I'm getting at. The fact
been
that
over
Bleach came
10
back and
years.
nothing else did, like that hasn't. I'm just like, so it Bleach is they're fixing a lot of cool things and they're adding a lot of cool things that I'm like, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. And a lot of people, like a lot of YouTubers that have watched read the manga, are like, we might get like 6 episodes of new content next season.
Wow.
The only fight scene I'm looking forward to is Mr. Clean.
Yes,
That's a final boss.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna pull out the.
What? It's going to be Lysol.
this is what I've been doing as a kid. All this bullying about like Bleach.
Can't wait for Fabuloso show.
Fabuloso show up.
If you like bleach so much, why don't you drink it?
I will. God.
That's why he's wearing a mask.
But yeah, that's my Bleach spiel. It's amazing.
Make it.
I can cry.
We are done with all of anime
year?
of 2024.
That's it? That's the year?
Unless we missed stuff, but that's all I
We
can
probably
remember.
missed a lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably
are you kidding me?
But we just
OVAs,
didn't watch it.
movies.
Yeah.
I know there's a bunch of random ass series that I looked through and I'm like, I read this.
That
Or I
doesn't
read the
count.
first book and it was
course you
lame.
Yeah.
And we didn't watch it. So.
Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like any anime in 2024, we might have it as a shirt. Check our store down below right now.
Yep.
Thank you for making it this far.
Sorry.
Not sorry. Bleach
Tell us, tell us which
Drink.
Mr. Clean episode you liked.
in my eyes.
Until next time.
10,000 likes and we do face reviews.
I'll do it right now.